Hey guys, it is Abigail, and today's going to be a little bit of a different video. I'm actually filming this before bed because I wanted to show you all what it's like setting up my feeding tube for the night and what all supplies I need and kind of how I set it up and all that. I'm on a GJ tube. The G that goes to my stomach is for venting, meaning to get sick out of, and the J, which goes to my intestines, is for feedings because I have gastroparesis, which means part of my stomach doesn't work, and I also have other health issues because of a birth defect I was born with. So I had a feeding tube surgery, and I wanted to show you all what it's like setting up for bedtime. So let's go. Okay, so this is what I use. So this is flush water. It's just a regular bottle of water. We put flush on it because that's what it's called when you put water through the tube to clean it. So I do have a bottle of water in my room that says flush water for that reason. And then this is the formula that I'm on. It's Jevity. And normally at night I put I think it's about a bottle and a half in my feeding tube bag. So all of this one's a brand new one I'll put in the bag, and then this one's a half of one that I used for tonight because we had church tonight, so I needed to bring my pump with me. But if you open the container, the formula, and you don't use it all, then you got to put it in the fridge. So this one's from the fridge, and then this one's new. So I'm going to put 1.5 in my feeding bag for my pump, and then this right here is just a little measuring cup that I use to measure the water, and then this is the thing that hooks onto the pole, and this is my new feeding tube bag, and then I also get a syringe. So I actually got this new syringe because my other syringe, the numbers were fading off of it, and I don't have to have this right now. I actually already flushed my tube before bed, but we gotta flush it every, I think it's 5 hours or something. So we do have to flush it early in the morning and then in the middle of the night. And so my old syringe, technically I can use them as much as I want, but the numbers fade off. So I got a new syringe so that I can keep them in here so that whenever my parents flush me in the middle of the night, they will have one that's new. This is the bag, and then this is my pump. So I got the Infinity pump. This bag right here lasts for 24 hours. So basically what we do is, I'm sorry, there's a loud car going down the road. This bag I got last night, and then we change it out the next night, if that makes sense. So it's time to change it out. So I get a whole new bag at night. So you open this by pressing this button, and I normally do this whole part with the machine completely off because this particular feeding tube machine is very picky. And even though there is still formula in this bag, we're going to throw this whole thing away. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to open the inside part of this. You'll see this has this little spinning wheel thing on it, and I'm going to open this bag. So this is the bag. This is what I use, and this is actually an adult size bag. They do make kid size, but the kid size is too small for me, and the adult size is too big, so it would be better to be too big than too small. So what I'm going to do after I open this is I'm going to, you put this blue thing around this, and then I put the formula in here in the bag, and then I put it on my pole. next thing I do is I take this thing and I put it at the back of my pump so that I can put it on my pole. Okay, so I want to show y'all this part. So this right here is the charger. I put my charger on the pump at bedtime, and then this is my pole. And then this right here is the bag. I'll show y'all what it looks like all hooked up. And then this part right here is where the bag goes in to hold it. So I wasn't able to show y'all like how to put it on there because it's like a two-hand job. But you just make it go around this wheel and then it pushes in here. And then you put this down and it clicks. This is what it looks like once the bag is up there. And then I'll put the formula in and I'll show y'all what that looks like afterwards. Okay, this is what it looks like all hooked up here. So I put a bottle and a half in my bag, all closed up there. And then this is my charger, and then you just hit the power button right here. And it turns on, says all that stuff. And then as you can see, the right here, you can tell that that's new. So you just open this part like this. And then I take my used container here and you just put this part on the inside here like that. And then you're going to hold down prime. This is going to get all of the air out of the tube because if you don't, you're feeding yourself air, which is not good for your stomach. So as you can see, all this here is going through the tube, all this formula. It's not quite there yet, but almost. It's getting closer. There it is. You can see it goes through that tube right there. Then it goes down to this container here. And I make sure it's all the way at the end over here. And make sure that it was dripping to make sure all of the air is out. This is how I hook up my tube. These tubes right here, they have a end piece and then they have a cap on them right here. And so I just find the cap, I put it on if I'm not hooked up to it. And then if you have the infinity pump, if you're not using it, be sure that you turn it completely off. It is going to beep because if you don't and you leave the room and you're not hooked to it, like it's not running, it will stress the pump out and it will do a extremely annoying beep sound because it's not giving you feeds. So I got all of this set up for tonight. My mom or dad will come in here early in the morning and refill my pump and put another bag in for me. Because I think she normally does it like before she goes to work early in the morning, and then my dad normally comes in here probably around 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning and checks my bag for me. So this is how I set up for the night. I turn my pump completely off. If I am right now and I'm not ready for bed yet, I'll turn my pump completely off. I put the cap on this so that it doesn't drip all over the place, and then so when I get in bed for the night, I'll have this all set up. And then if you're wanting to make it where it's not primed but you're wanting it to run, you just hit the on button and then you just hit it once for run. So that's how I do it. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. We'll see y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Subscribe.
Like, subscribe, and share. Bye, guys.
Bye.